congrats to making it to week 7. So last week ran long. I have some notes to keep me on track and try to keep this a lot shorter. The things I'd like to talk about this week is supplements, the progesterone cream, if I get to that. If not, maybe week 8. Doctor's appointments, how I told my husband. I told him between this week and last week. No, I actually told him 2 weeks ago. The vlog, doing this, how it helps me keep a secret, and why I just go live instead of edit or anything like that. And then a reward system. I've already started my hospital birth bag, and just remind you about the first adrenaline rushes and drama and eating disorder trigger. And then just my reward system. I want to show you some of the stuff I've got or how I do that. And then start getting prepared for the one-liner questions and response once you do your reveal. You need to go ahead and start thinking about that. All right, so those are my topics. So the first thing I want to talk about was the nausea this week. I know last week I said don't repeat things, don't practice self-pity, don't practice negative self-talk, but man, it was hard. I was just like mocking my own self after the week I had, or there would be some points where I was just trying to pep talk myself into continue, or to be really honest about my discomfort and nausea on like the whole scale of 1 to 10 how it is. I always try to rate it lower, not for denial, just for positive self-talk. I feel some discomfort, not I'm sick and I feel like I'm gonna throw up. I feel some discomfort. Just trying to be real truthful and as positive about how I feel and attempt to help the situation and just stay on the sunny side of life. Okay, so when I was getting down, one of the things I started to do was the reward system. If I will do this, I will get this. And I do that a couple different ways. Some are sporadic and unplanned, and some of them are as an eBay shopping cart or a Walmart shopping cart. I just load something else into it. And it's more nesting stuff than just selfish. I know it sounds selfish, but just like selfish wants. It's more of nesting needs. So some of the things I got was to help. I just went and got a bowl like this, and I'm going to try to eat salads in this. This is going to just be my personal salad bowl. I'm going to try to start loading it up with salads. It's a little bit heavy. I wanted something a little lighter, but I don't want plastic. But that's just something I found. It was, I think, around $4 or $5. Okay, so another reward while I was out shopping was I went to Walmart and they had their summer pajamas on sale, and so I tried them on and they looked hideous on me. The smalls, they only had smalls and like extra larges, so I went ahead and got some extra large. I got a 2-piece for $5, so it's just something that's kind of formal that I wouldn't wear. It's the piped collars. So these would obviously be for after birthing or right before going into labor, the weeks leading up to it when you're miserable. Not miserable, when you have some discomfort, especially in the evening times. So those were, $10 for 2 little outfits. And then this one was a little bit more expensive. It was $7 a piece, but it's very comfy feeling, and it's sensual. And it's just a pretty razorback lace, and I could be used before anytime, like pregnant, not pregnant, breastfeeding. So that one is actually going to be a reward for me. Like once I get a pile of clothes in a laundry basket, folded, given away, and put away in my room, I'm going to be able to get that out and sleep at night. I've got a kind of an nightgown that I'm wearing now that's kind of wore out. So that's some rewards. Another reward, or this is this was at Walmart too on sale, and it was just an incentive for. Actually, it was just to stay excited about when it gets close to the time the baby will be born. It was an extra large. I think it was like marked down to 11. And then this is my birth bag. I've had this with all my babies. And what I'm doing now is I'm going ahead and I threw some stuff in there that I wore every time I birthed a child, the pants right afterwards. And I'm just going to go ahead and just start loading up my birth bag. And this is something I'll do until baby's born. Right before baby's born, I'll take everything out and go through it. But this is just kind of a new things, like old things, just a comfort and reward system. I just load things into that birth bag, hospital bag. And so that is some of my reward system. Another one of my reward system is, like I said, the eBay shopping cart. And we'll go to that now. Things that I recently purchased was, no, that's not recent purchase. That's something I'm watching. Okay, so they're things that we need. They're not going to break the bank. I did get like a dress for, oh my, that was $16. I think I got it. That one was $16. Ooh, that one was $11. That one was $13 or $12.49. I got a speaker cable. I got some power supply cords that we need. I got a baby thermometer, and that was as low as like, $3. I think I got some off on these. I got another little loose dress. And so I just load up my cart. Some of it I end up buying, some of it I don't. Some of it is just, things that are house items, that will help you when baby gets here, for things to go a lot easier, or be more prepared, or less you have to do. Okay, and like I'm going to put batteries, simple as AAA and AA batteries. And I'm ordering, or this is what my next reward is I've completed something. I'm getting refrigerator gallon door bins. One's broke and we need another one, so I'm going to order 2, and that will and then I'm ordering stick-on motion sensor nightlight LED cabinet bulbs. I'm going to put these under my kitchen sink counter. I'm going to clean it out. I'm going to make it just a little sanctuary under there, and so I'll use it more and keep my kitchen counters clean. So the reward system isn't just self-indulgent clothes and food and stuff that's going to complicate your life and make it like the mama hoarding overwhelmness that comes from just going on shopping spree, that kind of stuff. Okay, how I told my husband was this weekend will be our 11th anniversary, and so I emailed the lady that we went to, or were the church that we were married, and I asked her if we could go to the church and basically renew our vows. Underexposed, yeah. And so she met us there. I told her it would only take like 10 minutes. She met us there, and we took our kids and we stood at the altar. And let me see if I can get to the actual video. Let me see. And so my husband thought it was just a basic vow renewal at the end of our 10th year. We had had the chance to go at our 10-year anniversary, but that's when my husband's dad was deathly ill and in the hospital, and he passed on since then. And so it just wasn't kind of an appropriate time to celebrate our marriage at that point, because it was a very hard time. And so I hope I didn't delete the video. No. I guess I just take lots of videos. I'm getting nervous that the video's been deleted. Oh my. Okay. Well, so we were standing at the altar, and the camera was rolling. My husband walked down the altar. My kids came down, and then I came down, and we just said a few little words about what the 11 or the last 10 years had meant to us. And as we were standing there, we concluded, and I said, and we're having a baby. And he said, maybe. And I said, no, we're having a baby. And he looked at me and he teared up. And we kept it quiet because we didn't, there was another lady there. It was just a short, brief exchange, and we haven't really talked about it much since then. Just a little about where our doctor's appointment should be and what doctors to use. And so I went ahead and scheduled those. And we have been blessed with really good health, but not so much income right now. And so I had to apply for, or I was able to apply for Medicaid, but we'll be able to use the doctor that we have used in the past. Her office accepts Medicaid. So I've started that application process, and then I went ahead and called the doctor's office, and they have me scheduled for my first appointment. It is on the books. Okay, moving right along. So the reward system, birth bag, the first adrenal lushes, and then eating disorders can be triggered. That's something that you need to be aware of, and that can make you hard to be in public when you're emotional, and just especially when you're not trying to tell anybody that you are pregnant. So, and some other like health issues is with the nausea. It says try to avoid foods that trigger irritation, raw onions, fried food, refined sugars, caffeinated or sparkling beverage. Instead, opt for more soothing foods like yogurt, fruits, mangoes, melons, and broth, and sprouted brown rice. So, and then there was just a simple meal. I hadn't tried it yet, but it's one of those, everything sounds gross, but that didn't sound gross. It doesn't sound yummy, but it doesn't sound gross. Okay, and then just other... Here's an affirmation if you've been able to do that. I hadn't started stretching. I know I said last week that you should, but it's hard. I get it now after I've, told other people what to do when I'm trying to do it myself. So that could be your affirmation. I would, like to live my life, and so that I can start stretching, or something that can help you keep your goal in mind without condemning you. Okay, and then the last one I guess I'm going to show is the progesterone cream and how I use it. So this is the progesterone cream that I use. I have used some other ones in the past, Nat Pro and this other one. That was just because I couldn't get Nat Pro in. And what I do is I have a little makeup wand, and I just rub it on the fat areas. I don't touch it with my skin, and you take out the scoop of amount that I'm supposed to use of the 3% daily, and I don't use that much because I've noticed my hair is falling out, and that's never happened before, and this is the first pregnancy I've used this cream with. So that's something I'm going to have to talk to my doctor about. But I use the 3%, and I do use progesterone cream as a supplement or a way to hopefully keep from miscarrying. So there's a lot of information on that, but if you're not sure what to do, I would not buy a progesterone cream and start using it. I've been using it for months, that cream for months. And it is a way that you have to use it, and you can't just cold turkey come off. It's because you forget to do it, or it could cause miscarriage. But so if that's something that you're interested in, I would tell you to research it, or talk to your doctor about it, even before you start getting pregnant, your OBGYN, and then that's the kind I use, and that's how I use it. And again, I don't touch it with my hands because I have small children. I usually put it on under my arms or on under my panties, somewhere on one of the fatty areas under my panties. It's a place where my children will not come exposed to it too. All right, I think I went over everything from supplement, progesterone, doctor's appointment, how I reveal to my husband, why I keep the vlog, because it helps me keep a secret, and it's just a way of scrapbooking without actually doing any of the scrapbooking. And about my reward systems, my eBay shopping cart, my Walmart is on my phone, and then my birth bag I've already started, and then the one-liner questions and responses. The one-liners are, "You're pregnant," or "You're having another one," or "How you feeling today?" And the things that you say. Just think about what you say to pregnant women. So I would start just praying and asking God, what do you say to those? Especially like, "You're having another one," or something that might sound like imply something like derogatory or negative. Just be ready for those when you reveal. Okay,